Welcome back to more whatever. This time it's a goddamn ads everywhere, man. Holy shit. Okay, anyway, I go back to the more CP. This time it's a pretty much a Slenderman story. This is right there, so yeah. It's called The Road. I actually think this yesterday or it's a seventh The Road. It's a game, so based on this. No, I mean based on the same or whatever. But anyway, here we go. It's not that long actually. Doesn't really have much to do with him, but okay, let's just spend most of my Thursdays nights driving. I drop the girl off at home and then I go. I just go anywhere. I need those few small moments where I can feel completely free from everybody. It's kind of like me actually. I don't really drive, I walk, but okay. There's a road that stretches around an old garden shop that my friends all worked at for a few years. It started just outside the south of the city. A little road that weird, right? So certainly that I was doing 20 under the limit just so I could spot it in time. It led past the garden shop and into straight blackness. I've been on that road a few times with some other friends, and I can predict most of the turns and stops far before I see them. As I left the lights of the city, I flashed on my high beams and made the sudden right onto the road. Must have turned too quickly. Gravel and dust filled the back window of my car, sort of, sort of a dark cloud that took away all light from the city behind me, just for a moment. The tires lost traction and I started to veer into the ditch, fortunately saving myself with only inches and spare. Ah, fuck, it's killing me. my little Toyota, my little Toyota Tercel is not the best thing for dirt roads, but it's enough to get what I want out of it. Again, the roads. Wait a minute. The, the road stretches far beyond my sight, fading into a chilling black darkness. It has a few houses, small farmlands, and barns strewn along it, each with their own twisting path. Trees above loom over, cracking all the light coming from the sky above. Long branches stretch towards the ground like long fingers pointing. Pick up more and more speed as the road starts to straighten out, watching the edge of my headlights guide my way to a tranquil place far beyond the worries of mine and or any others. Okay, whatever. Uh, up on up on the lip of a hill is a spot that overlooks the city, a popular place for many of the teenagers here in the South End, often seen with many couples what solidifying the nights and a social what a social group of stoners who like to simply watch things. Oh, the road leads up to this place, 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 curving right until the top is reached. As I climb it, I can already see the tail lights of 4 or 5 cars already up there, all minding their own business. I see a darker road, far less traveled upon. Emerge on my left, avoiding the city watchers. I never seen this road before, but I figured that if I have a full tank and stay 1 hour within the city, what the hell? Yeah, what the hell? Might be worth my well to see something I haven't seen before. Goddamn, this one is long actually. Kinda. This road this road runs directly west and is completely straight, with no houses, farms, or barns peppered along its curb. Even the trees have disappeared, opening up the view to a vast farmland with hills on both sides of the road, just cutting off the side of any further land. Perfect. I stay on this road for a long time. My iPod is on shuffle and much of the music is hitting all the right notes I want to listen to, mostly that of Led Zeppelin. There is definitely like blasting Stairway to shuts out all the noise outside. Shut up. It mustn't been 20 minutes before I started to worry. The hills on both sides of the car have grown so close to the road that they would turn into walls, blocking any sight around me. Tiny Wally, Wally, Wally. Okay, whatever. Tiny Wally that seemed to stretch into infinity. Figured I should just turn around and come back the way I came. Didn't make any turns, so it should be easy for me to follow it, and it's all the way back. So I pulled over and made a U-turn. That's something else, right? A U-turn, whatever. I even signal it. I don't know why I did, but for a second that signal light caught something that stopped me in my tracks. Here we go with the part. It was tall and looked like a man, but it couldn't have. It could have been a bush that the shadow made to look taller, even thinner. Maybe. I waited there for a few seconds with my headlights on that spot, but there wasn't anything. My car kicked into the highest gear and I was sailing. Wasn't going any faster than I needed to be, since there are tons of deer that like to run out in front of things out here. But fast enough that was I was breaking the limit more than I was obeying it. I don't fucking know how to pronounce that. Right. From behind me, a light started to fill my mirror. I could, what the fuck? Okay, I couldn't make out what it was at first, but it was definitely headlights, and they were coming closer. I started to slow down, but still keeping momentum in the case that it might be one of the highway rangers making the rounds on the deserted roads. But something told me that whoever this person was, they weren't carrying a badge. Closer and closer the car got. It was way too fast, wasn't it? I need to pause there. I better. Getting on me like they were being chased by something. As the car became clearer, it zoomed past me in the oncoming lane, honking frantically. It could be a couple kids out for a keep, or I don't know. Didn't really alarm me until I look in the rear view again. Oh my god, okay. Behind me was a face with no features. That could be as well. Pale as paper staring at me. Yeah. It didn't move, it didn't even react to the bumps on the road. It just stared, like a picture on a screen, staring back at me. What is the rear on the mirror again? Oh yeah. I was so what? I'm so frightened. What the fuck? Guess is the word. I was so frightened that I almost lost control of my car, drifting into both the left and right lane as I tried to grasp myself. I looked behind me and there was nothing. Not a single thing. Sorry. The air hung fuller than before. Shut up. Almost damp, and every breath filled my lungs with a thick, moist air. It was the same thing as earlier from the turning signal. I was terrified. I pushed down hard on the gas, starting to speed past untouched places on my speedometer. Don't you dare come in here. Okay. I began to wonder if this is what that other person was running from, and if they got out. Okay. Then I see the dim red light ahead of me. The other car. This. Shut up, mom. This time it is going. Pretty. Still up here, man. Det kan du selv gøre. This time it is going slower. Almost. That was my mom. Almost a. What's a crushing. What's a crushing speed? Cruising speed. whatever. I don't know. I don't know if they think they are okay, but if it just got to me, then it was certainly well, it it is most certainly able to get to them. I start to honk frantically at the car as I speed past it in the oncoming lane. It doesn't move. Look at my rear mirror again, and then I see something. Not Ed, but me driving the other car. What? What? But me driving the other car. She sees himself driving the other car. What the fuck? Okay, I start to feel an upset feeling in my stomach, like I was about to throw up. That couldn't have been me. It couldn't have. Shit. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Okay. I shake my head to compose myself. This makes so much sense so far, right? And put the roads back into my view. My eyes cleared, and the headlights behind me disappears into the blackness. I am finally out of this, and I can start to see the hills spread apart to where they were in the beginning. I let off one laugh at the situation and rubbed the sleep from my eyes. When I opened again, the thing stood in front of my car, dark and hunched over, staring back at me with the same non-existent eyes. My wheels catch on the. God damn, keep distracting me with the fapping out there, right? They're not fapping, don't worry about it. My wheels catch on the gravel as I try to avoid it, and I run full speed into the ditch, flipping the car over. God damn, that's not good. I begin to think about why I choose this route. It could have been any other. I crawl out of a wreckage with much strength I have left, and just before I fall asleep, a Toyota Tercel is driving down the road. I just came blasting Stairway to Heaven. Demon didn't bother to scream. Why would you scream at that? I wouldn't scream. I'd be probably just be shocked, but seriously. Well, that was actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. That one was pretty good.